Good morning, everyone. I hope you are all doing well on this beautiful Monday morning. It is crispy fresh here in Hermanus. Um, but I am very excited for this week because I get to start my Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. sessions with everyone. So, yay! Um, this is opportunity to get your flow in straight after your 6 a.m. or just before your 8 a.m. Yeah, so very happy to be here. How is everyone? Let me know if you're here. Hi, Lisa. Thank you for the shoulder inspiration. For those of you who don't know, Lisa requested the theme for this week to be shoulders. So we'll kind of be looking at those shoulder joints. How do we move them? How can we release them? Obviously, shoulders directly going up into the neck, the chest area, the shoulder blades, kind of around the rib cage, this whole section. How we can open it, move it, release it. So, yeah, welcome everyone. Good morning, good morning. Hi, Roz, bright and early. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Caitlin, Debaka, good morning. Mom and I are ready for Monday Flow. Fantastic. Guys, get your family involved, get your friends involved. I am working on it with my with my family, but they're definitely not all very much the morning type. So yeah, well done for getting mom here as well, and mom for getting Caitlin here. Good morning, Liesel, Belinda, Bev, Bridget van Eyck. Good morning. Hi, everyone. Really nice to have all of you here. Yeah, check in if you are online. I see there's quite a few people online. Guys, like you to swipe in, tag your coaches so that they know you here. And yeah, of course, stretch and recovery, these sessions in the morning. So if you've just done your session with Siri, such a great opportunity. It's only 30 minutes. It's so worthwhile just to loosen up a little bit, take some time to take some easy deep breaths, connect, ground, and move from that space where you know you've really woken up your body. If you've done your hits already, you've kind of really created some more energy, and now you can almost take all of that energy and like kind of harness it so that you've got it whenever you need to tap into it throughout the day, and perhaps it's not going to disperse as much. So welcome everyone. We have, who else is in here? Lisa says it's chilly here too. Ooh, I can't wait for summer. Can't wait, can't wait. Um, we have, who else is here? Lara, welcome. Awesome time slot. Yay. I'm so glad to hear that. Blanche, good morning. Bronwyn Morrissey. Catherine Hermans, hi everyone. Natalie Rust, welcome. Jolene Ventus, swiping in. Yes, thank you. Morning. So glad you're back, Catherine. Need this so much. I'm really hoping it feels good in everyone's bodies just to release a little bit. Welcome, Taryn. Hi, Diona. Hi, everyone. Kirsty, Coach Lee. So nice to have you guys here. Remember, swipe in, tag your coaches, let them know you're here. These sessions are aimed at being like an all-round kind of release and connection, stretch, recovery, of course. And then every week we have a focus. So this week's focus was a request by Lisa. So we will be kind of focusing a little more around our shoulders in some of the postures or some of the movements where we can really just release them. I know someone was saying yesterday their shoulders feel sore from doing all the mountain climbers. So yeah, good opportunity to release that, and it's just a different way to see your body. You know, we have a different awareness when we're doing hits to when we're doing these kinds of exercises and movements. So welcome to everyone who's here. Hi, Sam. Welcome, everyone. Hi, Carla. Okay, we got five more minutes before we get started. So let's see who else pops online. Megan, welcome. Lizan, Himan, Robin, Kravitz, first time. Welcome, Robin. Is it your first time doing kind of like a flow class? It's stretch and recovery, so you should be fine. These sessions, especially in the morning, are aimed to be for all levels, so for all bodies, and really just you need to take it at your own pace. So I obviously guide you through some movements. I'll make suggestions, but please take responsibility for your bodies. Don't overstretch. Take deep breaths. If something doesn't feel great, maybe that's something to skip out. If I haven't given an appropriate suggestion, we only have 30 minutes, so we're kind of just going to keep moving through our body for these 30 minutes. And then, of course, take a few breaths when you need to in a pose if it feels really good, or if you're getting into a part of your body that you're like, shoo, I think I need to stay here for a few more breaths, then you're welcome to do so as well. Hi, Stanley, Petra, Tracy. Good morning to all the beautiful Jeffers. Morning, everybody. Guys, check in, swipe in. Yeah, and welcome, 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 welcome. So let's take those few minutes. As I always say, and if you did any or are going to do any of the pillow slams, then you should generally have a pillow around. For these sessions, you can also have a pillow nearby. If you have not done these classes before, then you'll use your cushion perhaps when you sit, or maybe to pad under the knees when we're in lunges and things like that, and the knees tend to feel a bit sensitive, or you need a bit of extra padding in a different shape. So you can make sure that you got an extra pillow close by just in case you need that. But yeah, it's so nice to be up early with everyone. Hi, Dana. Welcome, everyone. Um, it's it's so necessary to do the recovery as well as the high intensity stuff. So the more you allow your body to recover and you give it space and you stretch it out a little bit, the more effective it's going to be in your other training, right? Otherwise, everything just tends to get tighter and tighter and tighter and tighter, right? And if something is so tight that it has no give, option or opportunity rather for it to snap or to break or to get hurt. So we really want that balance, especially in our joints, between having that kind of secure, co-contracting of the muscles when we make them weight bearing, but then we also need them to be able to be soft and mobile. And this is, of course, mostly not to be able to do anything fancy really, but just to be able to lead quite a comfortable day-to-day life. So welcome everyone. Well done for joining. Hi Sue, good morning. Tanya, first time doing flow. Is this yoga movements? Yes, Tanya. So it's not kind of traditional yoga poses all the time. It's a lot of sort of area specific kind of target movements that we do. But you'll definitely, if you have a practice, you'll definitely recognize a lot of the shapes, and then we kind of just mix it up to get into all corners of the body. So once you've done the practice, you're welcome to send me a message if you have any questions about anything. Good morning, Haley. Just what I need this morning. Fantastic. Who doesn't need some yoga first thing on a Monday morning? If you've done your hits and you're doing your flow, I can't imagine that you don't have an amazing Monday, an amazing week. Remember, what you're doing today is setting you up for the next few days. So you might not necessarily go, oh, this is the most fabulous half an hour I've done, but you're paying it forward, right? So something like food, if you're going to eat healthy today, that's the food, that's the energy that's going to drive you for this afternoon and into tomorrow, and maybe even the next day. And so it's the same with practice. It's the same with really looking at our bodies, looking at our own vibration, how we're setting ourselves up. What you do now is going to matter tomorrow, and it's going to matter the next day. So welcome and well done for being here. Guys, it's 7 o'clock. Let's get started. What do you use on Fitbit? Catherine, I'm not sure. I know I actually only have it, the Apple Watch at the moment, and I have an option for yoga on it specifically. So you might have to Google that, or if anyone else knows, then if you'll help Catherine out. All right, guys, let's get started. So we're actually going to start standing this morning. You'll see I'm in my Jeff socks because it's freezing. So we're going to start standing. You can start standing kind of in the middle of your mat. It's lengthwise, but I'm facing the long side. I'm going to take a nice loop of my shoulders, bring my feet hip distance apart, bring my feet parallel to one another, and then just stack my shoulders above my hips, turn my palms forward, and feel like I'm broadening out side to side. Okay, you can close your eyes. Draw the top row of teeth parallel to the floor. If you're not happy with having your eyes closed, if you'd like them open, that's fine as well. But then just soften your gaze so the eyes aren't darting around. They're just soft focused on one spot, or your eyes can be closed. You're just going to ground down. And then just know for the next 30 minutes, you are not running off into your day, off into your thoughts, your to-do lists. Just take these 30 minutes just for a moment for yourself. So you're just gathering your own energy, grounding down, connecting, and just giving back to yourself. So not putting out much, not letting anyone or anything else pull from you, but just give to yourself. All right. And then you can slowly open the eyes. Nice. Let's take a full breath in, reach the arms up. Maybe you look up slightly and try and get your arms to reach up as far as you can. Full body stretch. And then bring the arms back down, palms face down. So let's do 2 more like that. Inhaling. Full stretch to the side body. And then flip your palms down, exhale. 1 more inhale, reach up. And palms down, exhale. Nice. Interlace your fingers and again press your palms up, and now get a stretch into the backs of the wrists and reach up. You can let your shoulders kind of shrug up as far as they want to. Take a little bend in the knees and take a side stretch to your right. So reach over as far as feels comfortable. You don't want to be holding your breath. And then this bottom arm is kind of pulling this top arm across. So you should feel that all the way in and around the left rib cage, maybe the side of the shoulder blade. Beautiful. Come up, straighten your legs, split the hands. Again, interlace, change your interlace of your hands. Reach both arms up, take a full stretch. And then again, bend the knees, take a stretch over to your left. So now you should feel right rib cage. My left hand is pressing and pulling my right arm across. I'm drawing lower belly in and back gently. Nice, come all the way up, straighten the legs. And then separate the hands. I'm going to show you from the side. You can stay where you are. You could keep that little bend in the knees if that feels good. Watch if your legs are straight, that you're not overextending knee joints, you're not locking them out, right? There's a firmness around the joints. Hands are behind you, interlace your fingers. So this might be where you stay. I want you to focus on rolling the shoulders up and back. So I'm squeezing my shoulder blades together. And I'm just getting a broadening. Okay, so for those of you who feel, okay, my chest or my pectorals are quite tight, this is where I'm staying, then you're going to stay here. Okay, for the rest of us, you're going to start to play with straightening out the arms, intensifying that opening. And if you can go a little further, take the hands away from the lower back. Okay, and we're all going to hold. Meet yourself where you are this morning. Take 3 full breaths. Long breaths. Count them. All right. Relax your hands back to your buttocks. If your arms are straight, bend them. And then release your hands. Notice which of those fingers were on top. Take that same interlace in front now. Flip your palms away from you. Bend your knees and then start to round. Take your time here. But you're going to curl your tailbone forward. You're going to tuck your chin and your fingerprints are going to press into the opposite hand. Bring your arms up so that your biceps are alongside your ears and straighten out your arms. Tuck your chin. Take one more full breath. Nice. Come all the way up. Full stretch. And then release the hands. Nice. Bring them behind you again. It's our second round. So it's the different, or the second interlace. Again, hands behind the back. Maybe just by rolling the shoulders back, you go, okay, I'm going to stay here. My neck is neutral and soft. My face is soft. Or you start to extend the arms, or you take the hands away from you. So again, set yourself up into a shape that feels good. Maybe a little challenging is fine. You don't want to be feeling pain though. And let's take 3 full breaths. All right, hands to buttocks. Bend the elbows, relax the shoulders. Hands out in front of you again. Take that second interlace. Press your palms away from you. Bend your knees. Curl your tailbone forward. Tuck your chin. Biceps next to the ears and press forward. Let the shoulder blades glide along the back. Take one more breath into the back of your lungs. Exhale. Beautiful. Come all the way up to stand. And then separate your hands. Bend your knees. And just start to take your hips back, your arms and your chest forward until you're in a forward fold. So just move slowly, bringing your belly to your thighs. Let's keep our knees a little bent in this first round. Tuck your chin and just allow the spine to drip down. All right, then while we're in this inversion, just a note that whenever you're upside down, if at any point you feel dizzy or nauseous or any uncomfortable pressure in any of the orifices, please just press into a halfway lift. So you'll just lift your spine kind of parallel to the floor. Okay, so otherwise, if you're loving it, you'll stay upside down with me. And let's take our hands to the back of our legs, and you're just going to rub your legs out. So really nice just to get some blood flow going all the way out to the skin. If you've just done hits, I'm sure you got your blood flow going a whole lot. Maybe for those of you just joining now, just get a nice rub in the back of the legs, the back of those knee joints. You guys know I love a little bit of self-massage. So just a nice way also to connect to your own body and feel what's going on there. And just give it a little bit of love, really. Nice. Okay, we'll release the hands down. Bend your knees a little more until you really feel your glutes activate. Keep your head down and your shoulders heavy, arms heavy down. Draw your lower belly upwards, almost like a sucking of it in. And then as if you can imagine stacking little Legos or little blocks on top of one another, we're going to roll our spine up from the bottom to the top. So press into your feet against the earth, against gravity, and start to roll up. Remember, head and arms are last, super slow. So I'm only at my lower back now. Super slow, strong legs. I'm only at my middle back now. And then I come up to stack. I take my shoulders up, back, down, and side to side, and then the crown of my head up. Both arms up. Take a full breath in. Bend your knees. Take your hips back, your chest and your arms forward, and come back into that forward fold and tuck your chin. And then maybe here you start to bend and straighten through the opposite legs. So I really like to get all the way into my hips and obviously the back line. And if you move yourself a little around with the hips, then you can get into the side body as well. All right, let's pause. Bend the knees to prepare and slowly roll all the way back up. And you'll loop the shoulders. And one more like that. Let's draw arms up. Inhale. Bend the knees and take yourself all the way down. So now maybe your legs are a little straighter. You could perhaps have the hands around the calf muscles, allowing the head to settle down, just working a little deeper into your back line. Anytime if you want to take that little rub out, quite nice, just to bring that rub into the legs. But otherwise, maybe knees are bent and you just heavy down. Let's take 3 more breaths here in this inversion. Full deep breath in. Full deep breath out. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. One more deep breath in. Deep breath out. Nice. All right, so look forward. Heel toe your feet quite a bit wider apart. Turn your heels in, your toes out. Bend your knees and come to sit in what we call a horse pose. Okay, so now my hands can be on my thighs. I'm kind of hanging out on myself for a moment. You want to check that your feet are pretty much in the same angle as your knees. Okay, then straightening out the arms. You can press a little into the inner thigh so you're opening slightly into the inner groin. And then we're going to take a slight little twist. Again, a little bit of movement in the shoulders. So let's go over to our right. As you kind of sink this left shoulder down, you're going to twist over to your right. Nice. Come back through to center and over to your left. Nice. Let's do 2 more to each side. Back to center, to your right. Back to center, to your left. And then 1 more. Don't forget to breathe. Nice. Come back through to center and then straighten out your legs. Open your arms out to the side. We're going to find our eagle wrap. So we're going to bring our right arm high and our left arm low. And you're kind of asking them to cross your midline as far as you can. Then hooking the left arm under the right. Okay, so this might be where you stay. Okay, you can all come to sit in horse pose. Or hook that left arm all the way around. Raise your elbows, take your forearms away from your face, and then just allow the forehead to rest on the hands. Okay, so we're opening the shoulders, but getting a bit of connection in the legs. Take 3 more breaths. Beautiful. Straighten out the legs, release the arms. Take your heels to face backwards, and then take your hands behind you, holding onto your opposite elbows. Roll the shoulders back. Strong legs active in the front. And then from here, moving into a forward fold. Okay, so again, really you're monitoring yourself. You're only going as far as feels good. Nice. Don't hang out in your hamstrings here. Front of the legs are nice and active. Beautiful. And then take a little bend in the knees to bring yourself back up. Release slowly. Turn your heels in, your toes out. Bring your arms across your midline, left high, right low, and then again hook. That might be where you stay, you'll come to sit down. If you went into the full twist on the other side, that right hand wraps around again, you take your elbows up, your forearms away from your face. You can rest your forehead against your arms or your hands. Lift those elbows, take 3 full breaths. Nice. Straighten out the legs. Release the arms. Take the heels back again. Bring your arms behind you. Change whichever arm was on top or in front. And again, move back into that forward fold. Allowing the head to completely relax. Firmness in the front of the legs, lower belly drawing in, and the shoulder caps continuing to roll back. All right. Come into a halfway lift. Release your arms all the way down to the floor. And then walk yourself to lunge over your right leg and ground your left knee down. Okay, this is where a cushion might come in handy. If your knees are feeling sensitive, you just place that cushion underneath there. I'm going to remove my socks now because they're a bit slippy, so this might be a good opportunity for you to remove them. Front knee stacked above its ankle, back toes curled under, raise both arms up. And then take an open twist to your left. So open that left arm, reach that right arm forward. You could look kind of center, or you could even look all the way back over that back arm. Don't hold your breath. And then let that left arm move down next to you, forward and up. Full stretch up. And take it to your right. Right arm behind you. And again, maybe gaze goes to that right hand. Lower right arm down. Forward and up. Draw both arms up. And then here, look forward. Bend your elbows so they're in line with the shoulders. And start to take them back a little more. And then extend them backwards. So you're really opening up the chest. This to me is quite a big neural stretch. So I really feel my nervous system here, maybe a bit of tingling in the fingers. Extend through your arms. Nice. And then neutralize everything. And bring your hands down to the mat. If you have your cushion, raise your back knee up. Take the cushion to the side. And then let's all meet in a high plank for a moment. Okay. Arms are straight. Thighs are firm. I'm doming a little through my upper back. And then I'm going to lower my knees. Hug my elbows in and back as I lower myself down to the floor. Beautiful. Untuck your toes. Take your legs hip distance apart. Come into Sphinx Pose. So that's coming up onto your elbows. All right. And then we're going to bring our right hand across to the left. Draw your left heel to your buttock. So feel that the pubic bone is pressing down into the mat as well as the hip bones are moving down to the mat. Okay, adjust yourself as you must. Remember, you're not on the beach. We're not kind of hanging out into our right elbow shoulder. We're pressing up. Flex your left ankle. Press that left hip bone down towards the floor. Press your right foot into the floor. And then take this left hand back to around your left ankle. Okay? Start to kick into that left shin. And then see if you can roll your left rib cage forward. All right, so now that leg is giving you a bit of a stretch in your left shoulder. Let's take 3 full breaths. All right, slowly release. Again, take a little rock side to side. Readjust. Left hand comes across. Left heel to buttock. Right hand around. And again, press that right hip down. Roll the right rib cage forward. Take a little kick in that right leg. 3 full breaths. My left leg is strong and active. My neck, my face neutral. And my breath deep. And slowly release. Nice. Come back to Sphinx Pose. And then slide your hands under your shoulders. Come up onto your knees. Tuck your toes. Take a downward facing dog as you lift your hips up and back. Knees can be a little bent for a moment. And then maybe you start to straighten them out. Sink your chest down and roll your outer shoulders down to the floor so you're hollowing in to the armpits. Nice. Bring your feet just a little closer together. Just to transition right leg forward into a lunge. Take your time. And then let's move all the way through our straddle to our left. So if you use your cushion on the other side and you need your cushion on this side, you'll bring it with you. Place it underneath your knee. Ground your right knee. Press into your left foot. Draw both arms up. Take that open twist to your right. So extending right arm back, left arm forward. There's a connection in my lower belly. So I'm not kind of just collapsing down, drawing slightly back. Draw right arm down and all the way up. My hips are facing forward. To the other side, drawing my left hand back, my right arm forward. Hold your balance. Maybe you look all the way back over that left hand. And then lower, left arm down, forward and up. And a full stretch. Again, bend your elbows. We won't hold that long now. Just let the hands float down to the mat. Raise your back knee up. Remove your cushion if you have it. And again, let's come into a high plank. Okay, for those of you who have a little more in you this morning, you'll keep your knees off the mat as you lower yourself all the way down. All right, so now we're going to move into a little bit of a shoulder stretch. But again, guys, I really want you to look after your bodies. So you're going to take your right arm out to the side. Okay, I'm going to be on my right cheek. And then with my left hand, I'm going to start to push myself across to my right shoulder and place my left foot behind me. Okay, so I'm stretching into the front of my right chest. You might not take your leg all the way over. You could just be lying on your right side, or you're taking that left foot over and across. Okay, if you want a little more, again, don't overdo it. Your left arm could reach up. Internal rotation, and that arm could kind of come behind you. Okay, so strong this. We're going to hold for 5 breaths. Back off if you need to. Nice. Release. Come back. And then we'll take it to the other side. I just need to shift up a bit. I'm going to take my left arm out. We'll be on my left cheek. We use my right hand to roll onto my left hip. Bring my right foot behind me. And then maybe this is where you stay. You could even just be here. Right? The left palm is on the mat. If you took it further, then you'll take it into that shape. And again, we'll find 5 full breaths. Notice how there's a slight activation in my feet. Okay, so no part of the body is ever just kind of doing its own thing. If it's relaxed, then it's relaxed because you decided so. All right. At least 2 more breaths on this side. All right, and then let's release. Release the arm. Release back onto your belly. All right, then let's find Sphinx Pose again for a moment. Hip bones into the mat, and then where this was quite active, we're going to kind of soften it now. So start to soften into your shoulders, so your chest kind of lowers. You're going to tuck your chin. You're just kind of going to hold yourself here in quite a soft pose. Just for a few breaths here. And then activate. Press yourself back up. Look forward. Slide your hands under your shoulders. Press onto your knees. This time we're going to take a child's pose. So bringing your big toes to touch, bringing your inner knees to touch. Use a cushion underneath the buttocks here if you need, but otherwise press your buttocks to your heels, reach your arms forward. So another option here is if you're quite tight in the tops of the feet, so your feet might look more like that, so that maybe you don't have as much space in the tops of the ankles, that's fine, but then you're going to place your cushion underneath your shins, okay, so that you're nice and comfortable here. And you're going to allow the head to rest. You could have another cushion under your forehead. We'll just take a few breaths here. So what's nice about this shape first thing in the morning is that it really gets the digestive system to wake up a little bit. And let's take 2 more breaths. Okay. Then look up, tuck your toes under, and bring yourself back onto the feet. Remove your cushion. We'll come into a forward fold. So lift up, knees are maybe quite bent, or maybe they're straight as you just allow yourself to hang down. Bend the knees, slowly roll the spine up as you stack the vertebra and loop the shoulders. Nice. All right, so you can move yourself again. Open your arms out to the side and make sure you've got enough space around you that you're not going to knock anything. So a big part of getting kind of all the toxicity out of our body is our lymphatic system. We don't want to get our heart rate up. We want to have nice long exhales. And then it's a really easy movement, right? We're just helping the lymph to pump out of our body. Okay, so let's open our arms out to the side. And you can start quite slowly. So just going side to side. Okay, I know a lot of you have done this with me before. So then you're just going to start to take it a bit bigger, maybe just a tad faster. I like to take a little bend in my knees and let my ankles kind of roll with me in the direction I'm going. And then I'm going to take 5 long exhales, right? So focus on the exhales. Nice. And then you can start to slow down. Come to stillness. And just take a nice big loop with this right shoulder back. And take a big loop with this right shoulder forward. And last big loop with this right shoulder back. Take the left arm up and back. And take the left arm up and forward. And then a last one up and back. Let's draw both arms up, full stretch. Take your forward fold. Bend your knees, roll your spine up, and loop your shoulders. Close your eyes. Come to stand as we started. Ground your feet. Expand from your midline. And thank yourself for making this time. And I thank you for joining in this morning, or if you're catching up. Thank you, everyone. Hope you have a beautiful Monday, a beautiful week. It's so lovely to have this morning time. The sun's only just coming out over here. How beautiful. It's really our natural state, right? So we really want, our bodies actually really want us to have this waking up with the sunrise, with the rest of the earth, with nature. So well done to everyone for being here. I hope you guys enjoyed that. And yeah, let me know how you're feeling. What's going on for you guys this week? How has everything looked for you for July? Have you reached kind of those goals, those targets that you set, those calendars that were photographed in the beginning of the month? I'd love to know how you guys are doing. Thanks, my first class was great. I really needed a stretch, Miles. That's such a pleasure. I'm so glad that you enjoyed it. Tracy, such a pleasure. Lisa, I hope that felt good. I hope you got into your shoulders a little bit. I know I did. Alfred, such a pleasure. Karu, such a pleasure. I'm glad you loved it. Catherine, lovely to have you as always, guys. So lovely to have everyone here. First class, really loved it. Thank you, Kathleen. Pleasure, Jenna. Such a pleasure, Diona. Louise, so nice to have everyone here. Kirsty says it makes me realize how tight my quads are. Yep. So just keep coming to these classes, guys. Every morning, 30 minutes, or Tuesday, Thursdays are lying. Tuesdays and Thursdays are 6 p.m. beginners flow. So we look a lot more at foundational poses. It's a bit slower. I give them like more alignment cues and those kinds of things. So if you want to come and do that, you're welcome to join 6 p.m. on a Tuesday and Thursday. And then, of course, tomorrow I will be doing another Jeff Ed session, so keep an eye out for more info on that. I'll let you guys know what we're doing. And then I know I owe a few of you the meditation recording. I have not forgotten. If anyone else is interested in that, go check out last week's Jeff Ed, or pop me a message if you'd like that 5-minute guided meditation. I'd happily send it on. Such a pleasure, everyone. Samantha Engel says, really going to focus on getting flow in after my morning workout sessions as a way to start the day off right. Amazing, Sam. Yeah, I mean, why not? You know, I think especially with being, you know, in our homes, the comfort of our own home, where potentially it would have taken you 10, 15, 20 minutes to drive to your gym or to your studio. You don't have to do that now. So you can do half an hour, hit half an hour flow, and it's probably still less time than you would have spent driving to an actual place. So yeah. Lisa, first thing in the morning, my hamstrings were a lot tighter than anticipated. Definitely, Lisa. Remember, the body's only just waking up. And that's why it's important to know these kinds of things, you know. So also when we move slower and there's less kind of heat in the muscles and the muscles aren't as warm, then you really get to feel, you know, the different parts, the different tissues of the body. So obviously our ligaments and tendons not as flexible as our muscles. Our joints actually also need a lot more protecting. But when the muscles are warm, they're quite stretchy. So it's just, it's a great way to actually get to know your body better and better. Thank you. Ready for hit session with John and Jules? Candace, absolutely. I'm with you on that one. All right, everyone. Kirsty says, committed to 5 flows this week. So I'll see you in the morning. Kirsty, I'm going to screenshot this And I hope that you send, guys. I want to see out of every 5 sessions in this week, I want you guys to let me know, is this your 1 out of 5? Will tomorrow be 2 out of 5? Wednesday, 3 out of 5, Thursday, 4 out of 5, and Friday, 5 out of 5. All right, so every time you check into flow this week, I want to see your number. How many sessions have you done? All right, so we can kind of keep each other accountable for that. I'm going to be a 5 out of 5, so you guys need to show up with me. Really great to have the flow and stretch after the hits. Really glad that you enjoyed it, Lorraine. I'm looking forward to this new routine. So am I. Really, really, really. All right, everyone. Thank you for joining. And I hope to see you all tomorrow morning again, 7 a.m. I'm wishing you a beautiful day. I might see some of you now with Jono and Jules. If you haven't done your hit yet, get it in and start your week right. Thanks for joining and have a beautiful Monday. And I'll chat to you guys soon. Bye.